Hello everyone, Mrs Edwards Morgan here, the principal from The Link. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I wanted to put together this video with my friend Lloyd to be able to tell you about the plans for the reintegration of learners into the academy from week commencing the 15th of June. So first of all, it's really important for me to say that next week commencing the 15th of June, learners are being invited back into the academy, specifically for learners that we have asked to come in to begin with. And then from next week, there will be the reintegration of learners where they responded yes by the parent questionnaire in year 10. So you will be specifically informed by text message, and you will have received a phone call also to confirm that your child is returning next week. Obviously, everything that we do at the Link Academy will link with the health and safety government guidelines, and absolutely our priority at all times is to ensure that staff and learner wellbeing is at the top of our list. And as you can see, Lloyd really strongly agrees with that statement. Around the academy, what you will see also at various points are hand sanitiser stations such as this one. And we're asking everybody that when you come across one of these stations to stop and to sanitise your hands.
When you arrive at school, what will happen is you will come straight in via the normal gate that you would normally enter through, and then you'll go straight to the classroom that you've been allocated for your bubble within your year group. So D102 is the room allocated for year 11. So you'll be able to access D block via G gate here and then go straight into classroom through the door. And then the other learners, you'll go down to C block. So year 10, you're going to be in a bubble in either C001 or C003. Year 9, you will be in C005. And then year 8, you will be in C007. And then finally, the last group, year 7, you will be in C009.
Okay, so when you enter the academy building, you'll notice that we have a one-way system in operation. So those will be marked out with floor arrows, and you must adhere to the one-way system at all times. So for example, year 10 learners, when you enter C block through the door indicated, you'll move across the one-way arrows and then go to either C001 or C003, whichever classroom your bubble is allocated to. You'll also see at various places around the academy signs such as this one, which is just a reminder for social distancing to make sure that at all times we keep 2 metres apart. I'll take you inside one of the classrooms now so that you can see what to expect in there. When you arrive at your classroom, you'll find a hand sanitising station outside with a reminder for you to sanitise your hands before you enter the room and also when you exit the room. So like I'm going to do now, just hand sanitise before you go into the classroom at all times. Even when you've visited the bathroom, if you've washed your hands, obviously, as we would expect you to, you still need to make sure that you sanitise your hands when you return back to the classroom. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what it's like inside the room. When you enter the classroom, you'll find that each zone is allocated and marked out by tape. This is to ensure that you have a safe zone to work in for all the time that you're in the classroom, and that each of those safe zones is 2 metres apart to enable you to maintain social distancing at all times. So when you do come into the room, you will be allocated to a computer, all of your work will be completed on there, and you will then stay on that computer for the whole of the 2-hour session that you're here for, and you will remain on that computer for consecutive days when you arrive into the academy. When you arrive into school next week, please don't be worried if you see members of staff wearing facial coverings such as this one here. We are going to provide all members of staff with optional PPE should they choose to wear it. And obviously that might be because at home they have a vulnerable person that is shielding from the virus, so it may be for extra protection. Also, if you choose to wear a facial covering yourself to school, then that's absolutely fine, but the expectation is that you would provide that yourselves. Also, moving on to equipment. So when you're in school, you will be working at your computer at all times. So you won't need to bring in any equipment with you, and there won't be any sharing of equipment across learners either. So anything that your teachers ask you to do, you will be able to complete all of that on the computer. Also, in terms of clothing, so we're going to ask you to wear your PE kit to school next week. So with that we mean your PE top, and then a choice of comfortable tracksuit bottoms in a dark colour, which you would normally wear for PE, and also your school PE trainers too. So those are the expectations, and that then will allow your parents and carers at home to be able to wash your clothing more easily than if you were wearing a blazer, for example. We won't be in the position where we're providing lunch at all next week, because our learners will be coming in between 10 and 12. So if you do wish to bring a drink and a snack with you, that's absolutely fine, but it's down to you to make sure that you bring that, because there will be no provision and no food on sale on site at all from the 15th of June. And then finally, just a reminder as well that if you are coming into school, that all of the other VD rules apply. So jewellery, just a single pair of studs in your ears, one in each ear, and then no excessive makeup, no other jewellery is allowed, no baseball caps or additional sports accessories, please. When you do travel into the academy, please make sure that you observe social distancing. So don't come into the academy in groups, don't arrange to meet up with friends to and from school. It's really important that you maintain social distancing and follow those rules at all times. So we really look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and see you very, very soon. Bye bye.